Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel that is EdTech. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. Let us begin with our today's video. So our today's video is going to be very important because we are going to share the tricky interview questions that were asked at Infosys Java developer interview for 3+ years of experience. This role was for the package of 9 lakh rupees per annum. Let us begin with our today's video. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want us to make more such informative videos about the tricky interview questions that were asked at different companies. Do let us know in the comment section. Let us move forward and discuss the interview questions. The first interview question that was asked was definitely your introduction and everything. What projects have you worked on and what are the technical skills that you have used in that project? Okay. Then the interviewer asked that candidate at Infosys. Let me just turn on the pointer. What are solid principles? You have to explain each and every solid principle over there. Then the interviewer started asking about the hash map, that is from the collections framework. Okay, so here the interviewer started asking about what is the internal implementation of hash map. Okay, you have to prepare this by heart, which is one of the most important interview question. Then they can go inside that hash map also, and the interviewer did the same thing. What was changed in the hash map after Java 8? So there is a binary tree that is added up after a certain exceeded limit is exceeded in that particular case, right? So in that bucket, so this is what is the underlying data structure that is used in hash map. They can ask this question: what is hash collision? Okay, they even ask this candidate in the interview what is hash collision. They can also ask you about what are the contract of hash code and equals method. Okay, all those things. Then comes the interesting question, which most of the interviewers again asked: what are the marker interfaces? Marker interfaces, functional interfaces, these are one of the most asked questions. Okay, and then they might also ask you what are the application of the marker interfaces, right? So interfaces which do not have any methods inside it. So why they are used and why they are like used basically to invoke anything, or what is the reason? Okay, they start to go inside the question that you answered. So suppose for example you are answering what is hash map, what exactly started or what exactly was changed in hash map after Java 8. So you tell them that a tree was introduced, like after the linked list, like the specific capacity is filled, then it is converted into a binary tree. Then what is the criteria to be converted into binary tree, or there is any formula that is there, or like if the number of elements in that binary tree are reduced, then does it convert back to linked list or not? So these are the type of questions that they go inside and ask you. Okay, so now they ask this person, this candidate, what are custom exceptions, and uh, can you write a code for custom exceptions? Like that candidate what was asked to write a code, like to write an API. What will happen if this condition fails, and write a own custom exception and then throw the error also using that custom exception. Okay, so if you want us to make videos on the solutions also, do let us know in the comment section. Okay, we will definitely create the solutions also for this all these questions. Okay, these are tricky questions which you should know the answer about. Now they might also they ask the candidate that have you do you know about the Flipkart and Amazon sale? The candidate said yes. Then the interviewer asked that do you know what is the functionality of the shopping cart? Okay, and what is the data structure that you will use if you are designing a shopping cart? So this was kind of very interesting question that I found in that email of the candidate that shared with us. Okay, so the underlying data structure that can be used was linked list. The candidate answered the question very like confidently that linked list can be used because shopping cart might have a tendency, a lot of people might add a lot of things in the shopping cart. They might also remove it, they might add again, they might remove it. So linked list would be a better like data structure because it is good when it comes to adding and deleting, because it like uses nodes which are pointing each other, and as soon as you delete an item, so the old node which was pointing to that item will point to the next item. So this is very simple in case of linked list. So then that guy asked the difference between array list and linked list. This is very basic question again, and started going deep inside this array list. Started asking about different areas in which array list can be used over linked list, and areas like where linked list can be used over array list. Okay, now that interviewer asked to create their own function interface. Basically, how we can create a function interface? Can there be default methods, static methods in a function interface? What will happen if a function interface starts implementing or extending another function interface? Extending basically, right? So not implementing, because function interfaces cannot implement interfaces, right? That will be a like a very issue ambiguity, right? So now function interface can extend another function interface, true or false, and why if true then why, if false then why. Okay, and then that interviewer asked that guy to give examples about function interfaces that you know, and why was it introduced in the first place, right? Now, as you all know, functional programming, Java 8, and all those things you can answer. Then the interviewer asked, what are some commonly used dependencies in the Spring Boot? You can tell them about Spring Data JPA, Spring Starter dependency. Then you can tell them about web dependency, or again, like there are various Lombok dependencies that are used. Like, okay, then the question came from, again, from Spring Boot, what is auto configuration and which are the annotations which can be linked or which can be a part of auto configuration? What is the main reason that we add this annotation? Okay, then after that, what is indexing basically in the database and everything, regarding SQL and everything, right? Database basically. And have you applied it in your project? Then you have to answer this very carefully, because this is very interesting question. This is not the most commonly asked question. Generally they ask you to write a query for any like table or something, but this is very important, guys. You should know the concept of indexing in the table, okay, in this in your database. Now the next question was that this was regarding Java 8, again, default methods. So there are two interfaces, I1 and I2. I1 has work method and I2 also has a default work method. Now class A is implementing both I1 and I2. Okay, with which interfaces? Okay, now which interface method will be overridden, or which method you want to call? So both names are same. So which default method would you call, right? In that case, so not overridden technically, but which method will be called if you are because both of the interfaces you are implementing and both of them have the same name method, right? So what you will do, so in that case you will be using the name of the interface dot super, and then using that method basically. Then that person asked, the interviewer asked, write a program to find the missing element in an array. This is again very important. I think we have missed the interview question about two sum, right? So this guy was also asked two different interview questions. The first one was to write a program to find a missing element in an array. If you go on Geeks for Geeks, or even like Lead Code, this is a very basic interview question, easy interview question that is asked. Okay, find the missing element in an array. Second important question that this guy was asked, I might have forgot to write it here. 14th question. This will be the 15th question. So 14th question was find two sum array problem. Okay, so you have to find two letters or two integer values from that array which contribute towards a resultant number, right? So you will be given an array and a number also, right? Target. So you will have to find this. The target is basically sum of two numbers from that array. Okay, you have to find that two numbers and the index of those two numbers. Okay, this is again very important question that was asked in the Infosys interview. Okay, for Java developer. So these two questions, make sure they are easy questions. Then you solve it on your own. Okay, and do let us know in the comment section if you are able to solve it or not in the first go. Then the 15th question basically that was asked was, what problems are you facing in that interview, in your project right now, not in the interview, in the project right now? So that person mentioned about that they are facing a multi-threading issue and they are trying to implement callable future basically, and they are trying to solve that multi-threading problem. So this was all about the interview basically, and that guy was able to crack the Infosys interview. Okay, all these tricky questions for 9 lakh rupees per annum. This was the salary that was provided, and this was all about the Java developer interview questions for 3+ years of experience. Guys, please share this video with all of your friends who are working or who are preparing for the Java developer interview for different service-based IT companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Capgemini, Cognizant, and a lot of other companies. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you again. Have a great day.